Quick check on the teams as Aaron Niveen finishes. Kilmallock have Barry Hennessy in goals. Full back line of Kieran O'Connor, Dan Joy and Aaron Costello. Paddy O'Loughlin, Gavin O'Mahony, Philip O'Loughlin make up their half back line with Jake Mulcahy and Robbie Hanley in midfield. Paddy O'Brien captains the side from right half forward, and he's joined by Kevin O'Donnell and Phelan O'Reilly in the half forward line. Michael Houlihan, Graham Mulcahy and Oisin O'Reilly complete this Kilmallock team. The Piarsaigh have Pádraig Kennedy in goals. Full back line of Jerome Boylan, Mike Casey, Kieran Kennedy. Ronan Lynch, William O'Donoghue and Cathal King make up the half back line. William O'Donoghue of course captains this Piarsaigh. Alan Dempsey and Gordon Brown in midfield. We've David Dempsey, Shane Dowling, Conor Boylan in the half forward line. Adrian Breen, Kevin Downs and Peter Casey in the full forward line for the Piarsaigh. As referee Jason Mullins looks to get us underway here at the Gaelic Grounds. Matt O'Callaghan, a cracking game in prospect here.
Yeah, I suppose if coming down here today you would expect that this would be the cracker, but we have seen an absolute cracker between Piarsaigh and Doon, and this is quite a lot to live up to, and I have no doubt that it will, because these two have a tradition in recent years, I suppose over the last decade almost, John, of serving up great games, and I cannot see this being any exception today.
Robbie Hanley with the first shot in anger of this game after just 30 seconds, and it's gone to the right and wide, or left and wide I should say, as the Piarsaigh now look to attack through Will O'Donoghue, the Piarsaigh captain. High ball in, looking for Peter Casey. Casey in a bit of space, if he can get his hands in it. He's unable to, thanks mainly down to Aaron Costello, as Patrick's well coming away with the ball with Paddy O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin gives the hand pass back to Aaron Costello. It's not the best, but Costello has time. He steps back inside, gives it back to Barry Hennessy, who's come a fair bit away from his goal to launch this one downfield. Down in Paddy O'Brien and Graham Mulcahy's direction, but it's Mike Casey who comes out with it. Casey against Mulcahy is one of the fascinating battles today. Mulcahy gets the block away. Casey looks to come out again. In fact, it falls to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell flicks it inside, looking for Oisin O'Reilly. O'Reilly now. Jerome Boylan's right up on him, and it's Boylan that comes away with it. Boylan now takes the challenge from Robbie Hanley. Lays the ball off Cathal King. King. Long ball down. It's Peter Casey that'll be looking for it, but it's Costello again who's there for Kilmallock. Costello now. Short ball to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell's unable to catch it. Now under pressure from Gordon Brown and Piarsaigh number 9. It's ball inside there from O'Donnell to Jake Mulcahy. Mulcahy with his first shot of the game. Kilmallock second. And again it's to the left and wide from Kilmallock. But Matt, a lively start from Kilmallock.
Yeah, a lively start. They'll be pleased with the start, whatever breeze there is, and we'll have to stress that it's little and is going to make a very little impact in terms of scores. It's back in Kilmallock, but the conditions are absolutely perfect. The stage is set. We have 10 players who were involved in the Limerick All-Ireland success back in August, 6 with the Piarsaigh, 4 with Kilmallock. Like, all the indicators are, all the pointers are that this should be a cracking game. The early omens are good.
And again back with play, it's a ball in from Cathal King on that occasion. Looking on this occasion, as I said, Adrian Breen, but it's Kilmallock coming away with the ball, and it's Paddy O'Loughlin with the ball, switches play to Michael Houlihan in fact, with the chance. It's Kilmallock's third shot of the game, and again it's gone to the left and wide, and Kilmallock have left their shooting boots in the dressing room in the early stages of this second Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final, brought to you live on sportinglimerick.com. Matt, it's 3 shots, 3 wides from Kilmallock. They'll need, certainly against this Piarsaigh, they'll need to be taking them chances. Yeah,
but playing against a side like the Piarsaigh, it's absolutely a vital element of success of stunning the Piarsaigh or beating the Piarsaigh, is that you take every opportunity that comes your way. Now, whilst they weren't all clear-cut chances, certainly two of them, you'd have to say, were very, very scoreable.
It's the Piarsaigh now on the ball again. It's Gordon Brown under pressure from Graham Mulcahy. Brown lays it back to Cathal King. King, low enough one into Kevin Downs. Beautiful touch from Downs. Skips onto his right hand side. Shooting chance for Kevin Downs. Shooting chance, but again that looks to be tailing to the right and wide. Indeed it has. That's the Piarsaig's first shot. So we've had 4 shots in the opening 3.5 minutes here at the Gaelic Grounds. No score as of yet. 3 wides for Kilmallock and 1 for the Piarsaigh, as Barry Hennessy slows everything down for a couple of moments, and then about to launch this one down. It looks to be coming out to this near side, and indeed it does. Looking for Phelan O'Reilly, looking to break the ball. He does break it in favour of Graham Mulcahy. Now Mulcahy, hand pass inside to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell under pressure from Will O'Donoghue, and he's crowded out with Conor Boylan, who comes out with the ball from the Piarsaigh. Boylan on the run now. He's earned a free, pulled back, tugged back by Mulcahy. Combination of Mulcahy and Kevin O'Donnell, and the Piarsaigh now through Shane Dowling. Look, it's Dowling rises it. Graham Mulcahy showing a bit of gamesmanship and getting in his way. There's a short option available here if he wants to take it. Conor Boyle, and it's eventually snuffed out by Jake Mulcahy.
Yeah, I think Shane Dowling has thought better of it this time rather than going short, and I think he's going to try a pot.
He struck it fairly well. It looks to be good from here. It is dropping low under the pulled on by Kevin Downs, but it's blocked out by Kilmallock, and away comes Paddy O'Loughlin. It's into Gavin O'Mahony, and O'Mahony flicks it forward to Jake Mulcahy, who delivers it long, but there's no one there from a Kilmallock point of view. It's easy for Mike Casey. Casey assesses his options. He gives a low one into Gordon Brown. Brown now. He's Shane Dowling on his outside. Dowling now under pressure by Mulcahy. Dowling gives it long. It's a good one. It's another superb touch from Downs. Downs is Conor Boylan outside him. He's unable to get the ball to Boylan. Good defending there from Philip O'Loughlin. A strange one there. They got away with it, Kilmallock. Yeah, Matt, just so in the first 5 minutes here, a game that's failed to get going so far.
Yeah, it really has to get fluency going in it, but that's typical of games. You know, the stakes are very high between these two. They know each other so well from playing at this level, from playing at under 21 level, from playing at minor level. I'm not at all surprised, but just picking up how they're setting out. One noticeable matchup anyway is that Philip O'Loughlin has moved into the full back line from left half back, and he seems to be picking up Kevin Downs. Now in the early exchanges, whilst Graham Mulcahy is named at full back, or at full forward, he's trying to draw Mike Casey out, but I'm not so sure that, you know, but he, you know, that would have been one of the intriguing battles. Mulcahy's on the ball, and he has opened the scoring there from well out the field.
First score of the game by Graham Mulcahy. Good work from Kevin O'Donnell in the build-up. Mulcahy got a yard on Will O'Donoghue. As Matt mentioned, Mike Casey isn't going to be drawn out that far from his own 21 metre line, but it's Mulcahy who's looking after scoring. That's gone into the top of the left, but he'll operate wherever he wants to. He usually has a free rein on where he goes. As Podge Kennedy relaunches this game with a long puck out down the right hand side, Adrian Breen looking for it. He's unable to get it, and Gordon Brown in possession for the Piarsaigh. He gives it all the way back. It's a fine touch by Ronan Lynch. Lynch now steps inside. He's Will O'Donoghue on his inside. O'Donoghue forced to give it back again. It's Jerome Boylan with the ball. Boylan now looking to deliver into the full forward line. It's straight down the throat of O'Loughlin. Indeed, it's not. It's fallen to Shane Dowling. Dowling on the run now. He's Adrian Breen inside. Breen chance. Goal! Goal for the Piarsaigh, and that's typical in the Piarsaigh. Slow start, one chance, back at the net.
Yeah, I suppose simple in a way, but there was a lot of patience built up there, right from their own half-back line. They built it up, and they were quite patient to wait, and the offload was from Shane Dowling to Adrian Breen. I think he didn't score the last day, but he's setting out about making up for it this time. Barry Hennessy had no chance. That was from very close range.
Indeed it was, as Kilmallock launched things again with a great catch by Paddy O'Brien. Kevin O'Donnell now looks for Jake Mulcahy. It's a bit long. Mulcahy will do well to keep this in. He didn't. It's going to be a puck out from the Piarsaigh. But Matt, in the build up to that play, it was the initial ball in from Jerome Boylan. Kilmallock were appealing for a foul on Paddy O'Loughlin they were hoping for. They didn't get it. Jason Mullen said play on. Dowling picked up the loose ball, and as you said, Adrian Breen gave Barry Hennessy no chance. As we get back with play now, and it's Paddy O'Loughlin who wins the puck out. O'Loughlin now with a short one out to Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien, the Kilmallock captain for this year, delivers a low one into Jake Mulcahy. Good touch from Jake. Jake now flicks it back to Micheál Houlihan. Houlihan, it's a good ball from Houlihan. Look at rushing O'Reilly, but Casey's out. In fact, it's Jerome Boylan who's out with it. It's O'Reilly who has it in his hand. He'll go. He's Mulcahy on his flank. O'Reilly goes creates the space for Mulcahy. Another goal. Graham Mulcahy with the second one. And we just mentioned it, 3 minutes ago in commentary. This game has failed to get going. All of a sudden, Matt, in the space of 2 minutes, a goal apiece.
A goal apiece and a well-executed goal. Credit Oisin O'Reilly. Oisin O'Reilly in those type of situations would have a propensity to go, but he saw Graham Mulcahy coming up on his right, offloaded it. The timing of the offload was perfect. The execution of the offload was perfect. It gave Graham Mulcahy a relatively easy task to beat Patrick Kennedy in the Piarsaigh goal.
Brilliant from Oisin O'Reilly to lean into his man and create the space for Mulcahy. Mulcahy wasn't going to miss from there. And back with play now. We've a free for over carrying. Kilmallock with Gavin O'Mahony would take it just 5 metres, a couple of metres inside his own 65 metre line. Shane Dowling, the man who overcarried. And O'Mahony, as we saw the last day against Marubor, well capable of putting these over the bar, Matt.
Yeah, well capable of putting him over, and this is it's a long way out. It's inside his own 65, as you flagged, John, but it's within his distance.
He has the distance certainly, but that's tailed to the left, and that's 3 or 4 shots now for Kilmallock in the opening 10 minutes that have tailed to that side. The wind, which is fairly negligible, the slight breeze it is there, is tailing to that side as we're back with play now, and it's Phelan O'Reilly for Kilmallock. Kilmallock lead 1-1 to 1 point, or to 1-1 to 1 goal. As Kevin O'Donnell here, chance should be an easy enough run for him. It's 1-2 to 1 goal in favour of Kilmallock after 10 minutes here in the Gaelic grounds. Fine score for Kevin O'Donnell and that, Matt. He's not going to miss chances like that too often.
No, and Kevin O'Donnell has started quite well, and he seems to be alternating between the centre forward and the wing. Well, I suppose on both sides they seem to be moving around, because O'Sheen goes into the corner and he reverts into full forward. I think is Mikey Casey out quite some distance now following Graham Mulcahy. He's out almost 30 metres now. He's gone back.
That's O'Sheen O'Reilly now, and looking for a second goal. Limerick gives it across. Chance for Paddy O'Brien. Can he bury it? Brilliant block, brilliant diving block from Kieran Kennedy. You'd have to say he stopped a certain goal there, Matt.
A certain goal, and a tremendous block, a courageous block by Kieran Kennedy, and it certainly had that goal gone in, and Kilmallock had established a 5 points lead at this stage. It would certainly be putting it up to the Piarsaigh. As it is now, Gavin O'Mahony is going to be stepping up to the 65, and in view of his last shot, if he gets his radar right, it's certainly within his distance, comfortably within his distance.
It's Gavin O'Mahony lining up to 65 now, with Kilmallock leading 1-2 to 1 goal. So a good strike from O'Mahony, and as Matt said, he did distance the last time, but this time it's more accurate, and Kilmallock go into a 3-point lead, 1-3 in favour of them against the Piarsaigh. 11 minutes played of the second of 2 semi-finals here, brought to you live on Sporting Limerick in the Limerick Senior Hurling Championship today. Back with play now, it's Adrian Breen trying to win it for the Piarsaigh, trying to be helped out by Dowling. It's Dowling who gets it in his hand. Shane Dowling now plays it all the way back to Ronan Lynch. Lynch, will he look to shoot from here? He doesn't. He looks to deliver instead. It's David Dempsey and Kevin Downs. Both go up, neither wins it. It's flicked away by Kilmallock, but Conor Boylan now trying to put Paddy O'Loughlin under pressure. Aaron Costello gets it away. It's Jake Mulcahy now with a bit of space to launch an attack for Kilmallock. Long ball downfield from Jake, looking for brother Graham, but Mike Casey shows all his class and all his strength to win that one back and delivers a long high delivery. Looking for Kevin Downs. They've tried it a few times. Downs breaks, a chance for Adrian Breen. He's brilliantly hooked by Costello, and away comes Philip O'Loughlin to Aaron Costello. Costello now decides to give it long. It's Graham Mulcahy now who has possession on the 65 metre line. Graham will go for his own score. He's all the time and space to do it, and Graham Mulcahy has put Kilmallock into a 4-point lead. Expertly done by Mulcahy, but Matt, as you've already flagged it, Mike Casey having to be brought out very far from his comfort zone so far.
Yeah, he's dragging him out around the field, and he got a loose opportunity there, and you just you don't give Graham Mulcahy those type of chances, because he will clinically punish you all day, and Kilmallock will be absolutely delighted with their start now. The one downside from a Kilmallock point of view is that we have only 12 minutes gone, but they have 5 wides. They have 5 scores and 5 wides.
Just as Matt was talking there, Gordon Brown had a shot from the Piarsaigh, a tail to the right and wide, and as Matt said, Kilmallock 13 minutes gone, leading by 4, a little bit disappointed maybe not to be further ahead. We also had a Kieran Kennedy brilliant block, brave block from a close range Paddy O'Brien shot that was destined for the back of the net, as Barry Hennessy looks to restart play here. It's a long one there from Barry in front of us here in the Mackey stand, looking for Paddy O'Brien, but Kieran Kennedy does enough to block him, and it falls to Will O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue low pass to Cathal King, the current captain of Piarsaigh, to the former one, but it's a poor delivery from Cathal King, and Paddy O'Loughlin takes it. He finds Kevin O'Donnell's side. O'Donnell goes back to Aaron Costello. Costello now under pressure from Peter Casey, but he manages to deliver it long. It should be dealt with pretty comfortably by the Piarsaigh and Will O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue now is Mike Casey inside him. Casey seeing a lot of the ball. It's a low one from Casey into Alan Dempsey. Dempsey now bit lax when he's lost out to Graham Mulcahy. It's Mulcahy with possession now, looks to find someone else. Good pressure from Alan Dempsey, having lost the ball initially, but Mulcahy has it again. He's got Kieran O'Connor on the outside. O'Connor with a shooting chance for Kilmallock to stretch their lead to 5. Again it's gone to the left and wide. Matt, you've already mentioned it, that was their 6th wide in 14 minutes of hurling. They've 5 scores got. We mentioned it very early in the game. They need to be taking them chances.
Yeah, the conversion rate in a county semi-final, that's likely to be as close fought as this is certainly not good enough. They will be hoping that it doesn't come back to bite them. But you would have to say that in the first, we've almost 15 minutes gone now, that the one player that is putting his stamp on the game so far is Graham Mulcahy.
Indeed he is Shane Dowling lines up a free here for Piarsaigh. One of the Kilmallock players handling the ball on the ground. It's Dowling, well within his compass, you'd imagine. Nearly 15 minutes played, as Matt mentioned, as Dowling looking to get Piarsaigh's first point of the game. And he's done that with pretty much, as you would expect, from 65 to 70 metres out. 15 minutes on the clock. Kilmallock lead 1-4 to 1-1. They'll be disappointed to be only leading by 3, but they lead nonetheless, and they have to be happy enough with their start, as Philip O'Loughlin now launches a long one down on top of Paddy O'Brien and Cathal Genghis. O'Brien with the catch. O'Brien lays it off to Phelim O'Reilly. Chance for Phelim O'Reilly. Phelim O'Reilly makes no mistake, and Matt, you're not going to see too many better points than that today.
No, direct route down to Paddy O'Brien. An excellent catch by Paddy. Great appreciation of where Phelim O'Reilly was coming from. And Phelim O'Reilly had a bit of work to do when he got it. It wasn't the easiest of shots, but he converted it. An excellent response. But John, getting back to it, before Shane Dowling sent over the Piarsaigh free, Piarsaigh had only one score in 15 minutes. It's a long time since we had a 15-minute period where Piarsaigh had only one score.
Indeed it is, and Piarsaigh struggling to get going, to be honest, in this game so far. Kilmallock have had a few poor enough wides as well, as Dowling launches a big long high ball into the square. There's a few Piarsaigh players there. It's one of them's caught it. It's Peter Casey. Casey will tap it over the bar, and that's more like it from a Piarsaigh point of view. For a small man, Matt, he usually wins a lot of them balls when he shouldn't. Reminds you of Tommy Walsh at times, the way his ability to field high ball like that.
That was excellent, and that's the Peter Casey we've come to know, and that's the Peter Casey that instills fear in all opposition defences at all levels, may I say.
Long ball now down from Gavin O'Mahony, looking for Oisin O'Reilly. It's going to drop short. It's Oisin O'Reilly looking to win it. He's well marshalled there by Jerome Boyne, but O'Reilly's still fighting the ball, helped out now by Paddy O'Brien. It's still in the danger area. Piarsaigh come away with it to Jerome Boylan, and away comes with Ronan Lynch now with the ball for Piarsaigh. 1-5 to 1-2 in favour of Kilmallock here in this semi-final. Up to Conor Boylan. Boylan's unable to gain control of it. It's Paddy O'Loughlin, who also struggles, eventually gets it up into his hand and leaves it off to his brother Philip O'Loughlin now down as far as Robbie Hanley, under pressure from Shane Dowling, but Hanley will have enough time to deliver. It's a ball looking down between Oisin O'Reilly and Paddy O'Brien. It's O'Reilly blocked it down for himself, but again it's Jerome Boylan coming away. Not the best of hand passes to Dave Dempsey, but Dempsey has possession of it under severe pressure from Kieran O'Connor. Dempsey lays it off to his captain Will O'Donoghue now. O'Donoghue back into Dempsey again as Piarsaigh look to recover from a slow enough start, and it's inside to Alan Dempsey. Dempsey can score these all day long from long range, and Alan Dempsey gets Piarsaig's third point of the game. Matt, a brilliantly worked score, defended the initial ball in well, worked their way up to midfield, and Alan Dempsey will pop them over.
He will pop them over, but you're right, it was brilliant defence. Actually, if I recall, it started right back with Jerome Boylan in the corner, and they patiently built it up along the right there. The Piarsaigh are being patient, and they're slowly making things happen, and after, you would have to say, a sluggish opening quarter, they seem to be upping through the gears a small bit now.
Shane Dowling now looking to win possession, but he doesn't win, and it's Kevin O'Donnell for Kilmallock. Back to Gavin O'Mahony. O'Mahony has Kieran O'Connor on his outside. O'Connor now unable to take control and loses the ball under pressure from Dowling and Dempsey. David Dempsey it is on this stage. Jason Mullins, after the ruck develops, decides to throw the ball in, calms everything down in case of anyone getting a stray hurley, and he'll restart the play with a throw in. Matt, just about now coming up to 18.5 minutes gone. Slow enough start, but both teams' use of the ball is very evident. They're being patient with it, they're being careful with it. Failed to live up to the first game at this moment, as Gavin O'Mahony has a long range effort. This one looks good from Gavin. This is blocked out. Podge Kennedy does brilliantly to come out and attack that ball into the sun. brilliantly done, but Will O'Donoghue now under pressure from Oisin O'Reilly. O'Donoghue manages to shake off his attentions. Jason Mullins brings it back for free. But back to my point, Matt, not living to the high standards of the first game, yet to get going at full throttle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yet to get going from to the level that we'd expect from both teams. But don't underestimate for 1 second that save by Padraig Kennedy. And you as a goalkeeper, John, should know, he came with confidence and his execution of it, because there were bodies in around there, but he came with a determination that he was going to make that ball his own, and he did it. That to me was very good defending by the goalkeeper.
Was Matt, as well, coming at the city end where the sun is shining into his eyes, and that stage made it all the better. As Matt was talking there, Piarsaigh had a shot on goal from Ronan Lynch that tailed to the right and wide. As Kevin Downs now in a possession, brilliantly taken by Downs, and a fantastic pass to Dempsey in midfield. Alan Dempsey has his brother David outside him, doesn't need to go for him. We've already mentioned that Alan Dempsey will score them all day long. You give him a yard to shoot, Matt, and he'll score pretty much every time.
He will. Once he gets to sniff of the goal at all, he's one of the best long strikers in club hurling in Limerick. He's fantastic to look, and he makes it just look so simple. On that occasion, he just did one look up and on the target, and the umpire had no doubt. Practically before it went over the bar, he was indicating.
Piarsaigh on the attack now with Adrian Breen looking to level the score. It's a wild enough one from Adrian, but it looks to be good from here, and indeed it is. It's 1-5 to 1-5. 20 and a half minutes played. Piarsaigh, after a sluggish enough opening, only one score in the opening 15 minutes. They've scored 5 since in the last 5. Superb comeback, Matt.
Yeah, superb comeback, but I suppose I don't know why we are surprised, because this is the sort of thing they do to you. They can be absent, they can be marked absent, and they can be out of a game for a while, and suddenly they just hit this gear, and panic doesn't figure in their lexicon at all, and they've been patient in their build-up. I think Kilmallock might be back in front. No, it's an unfortunate another addition to the wides tally.
I think that brings it up to 7. Matt O'Callaghan there from the Weekly Observer Vale Star. That was Michael Houlihan's shot. Good work from Graham Mulcahy in the build-up, but Houlihan's shot tailed to the left. And again, Matt, I haven't mentioned it, as we'll get back to that point in a minute, as David Dempsey on the attack from the Piarsaigh. He's taken out. No, he's not. It's a shoulder. He leaves the ball off the edge of it. Another goal chance here for the Piarsaigh. Breen, it's in again! Second goal for the Piarsaigh. Adrian Breen with his second goal as well. David Dempsey made the catch. Looked to have been fouled. The ball was laid off back inside to Breen, and Matt, he doesn't miss them.
No, and the run by Adrian Breen was excellent. The line that he ran, but you see, running the line is fine. It's the execution of the pass and picking him out. I honestly think, John, and we'll probably see it in camera again, that I think he took a deflection off a defender, and it wrong-footed Barry Hennessy on a 1-to-1 with Barry Hennessy. You know, Barry Hennessy has a record of stopping those type of situations, but it took a cruel deflection. But look, it's a goal for Piarsaigh, second goal for Adrian Breen. He didn't score the last day. He didn't score the last time, Matt, but he's buried 2 goals in 20 minutes here, and the Piarsaigh into a 2-5 to 1-5 lead. And it has to be said, in the Piarsaigh, give them chances, they'll put them away with absolute aplomb, as Gavin O'Mahony looks to launch one for Kilmallock here. It's a long ball in from that free from O'Mahony, but it's caught. Edge of the square, chance for Oisin O'Reilly, it's gone in! Kilmallock are level almost immediately. High ball came in, it wasn't dealt with. I think it was Ronan Lynch that wasn't able to catch the ball. Ball dropped, it fell to Oisin O'Reilly, he pulled, edge of the square, back in the net, 2-5 to 2-5, Matt. And if we were mentioning that 5 minutes ago, could only be 5 minutes ago, if we hadn't lived up to the standards of the first game, it very much is now. Yeah, hurling-wise, I suppose it hasn't lived up yet, but certainly in terms of excitement and
Shane Dowling just putting a shot wide for an Piarsaigh there.
And scores, it certainly has 2-5 apiece. I suppose it says it all in 23 minutes.
Can't argue with that as Kevin O'Donnell takes possession from Barry Hennessy's quick puck out. O'Donnell steps inside Cathal King. O'Donnell with a shot and goal to give Kilmallock the lead again. Again it's to the left and wide, and pretty much every wide that Kilmallock have had, bar one I think, has tailed to that left hand side as Podge Kennedy looks to get Piarsaigh on the attack once more with this puck out. Looks to be going long. Indeed he does. It's Shane Dowling and Conor Boyle. Not on goal. Conor Boyle. Kilmallock sideline. John Bruder and a couple of his selectors pleading with referee Jason Mullins that Conor Boylan had over carried the ball. Boylan just got on with it and tapped it over the bar mat, and that's a fine score from a fine young player.
A fine score from a very, very good young player. But you were talking there about Padraig Kennedy between two minds whether he'd go short or long. You credit Kilmallock on that one, because they gave Piarsaigh no options for a shot puck out, so he had no choice but to go long. But again, Piarsaigh made the most of it, and you saw the net result of it, which was Conor Boylan sending over.
Fine score by Conor Boylan. Piarsaigh into a 1 point lead, 2-6 to 2-5, but Kilmallock are going to get the chance to level things up as Jason Mullins gives Kevin Downs the first yellow card of this game for a foul on Phelan O'Reilly. It was a trip more than anything, maybe a harsh enough yellow, but Jason saw fit enough that it merited a yellow card as Paddy O'Brien lines this one up.
Well, he was right up with it, you know, and he saw exactly what happened, and I suppose he deemed that it was necessary.
And that's a poor strike from Paddy O'Brien, one he would have expected to score, and that's to the right and wide, and yet another wide for Kilmallock. And Matt, you can't help but question and wonder if they're going to be punished for this.
Yeah, if they have another wide, they'll be into double figures in 25 minutes. I'm sure it's one thing that John Bruder and Jamie Wall and Brian Connell down there will be very, very concerned about at this stage. Had they converted 3 or 4 of them, you would have a totally different situation. To a degree, they're letting them
over on the far side here in the Gaelic grounds, right on, maybe a metre in from the touchline from our vantage point. It looks anyway a resplendent day here in the Gaelic grounds. Beautiful sunshine this mid-October day as Dowling lifts and strikes. It's a very, very tricky one from Shane Dowling, but Matt, you're not going to see many better frees put over the bar than that.
No, but look, we've come to expect that from Shane Dowling. I don't know why we're
I don't think we are surprised somehow, though.
You know, the harder the free, the bigger the occasion, the more likely he's to score it.
And it's Piarsaigh now just starting to assert a bit of dominance here. 2 point lead, but they're starting to win the ball a bit more. That's a poor one from Lynch. Houlihan gives it in low. It's Casey with a brilliant catch, a low down catch from Mike Casey, and he lays the ball off to Conor Boylan deep inside his own territory. Boylan here, but he's off on the run. He's not able to get a strike away under great pressure from 3 Kilmallock players. He eventually flicks it out to Kevin Downs and did very well to do so. Very well done from Downs under severe pressure. Kilmallock now hunting in packs at the moment. Unable to win the ball though. It's Conor Boylan looking to win it under pressure from Jake Mulcahy. Right down in front of us here in the Mackey stand. That hit David Dempsey. Definitely hit David Dempsey. Referee Jonathan Hayes initially pointed for a Piarsaigh sideline cut. He's changed his mind. He realised he'd made a mistake, and you can't fault him for that. It's going to be a sideline cut for Jake.
Referee was beside him. He immediately called his attention that he had made a mistake, and he corrected his error. Full marks to the linesman.
Indeed, so good credit player and deserved for Jonathan Hayes as Jake Mulcahy cuts this one in, looking for Graham Mulcahy, his brother Graham. Graham, of course, more than likely in the running for an All-Star this year. Gives it back to Jake. Jake inside to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell takes on Alan Dempsey. Doesn't beat Dempsey. Has force to come back over this side. A low one up to Paddy O'Loughlin. Paddy O'Loughlin now under pressure from Dowling. Paddy O'Loughlin finds Jake Mulcahy now. No shooting opportunity here for Piarsaigh. Great work for Piarsaigh. Mulcahy's hand pass goes out over the end line. Matt, a last couple of minutes, fascinating bit of hurling from both sides. Both teams hunting in packs, and it's Kilmallock that are forced to make the mistake on that occasion.
Yeah, that was an unforced error. That was a bit of scrappy play now on the part of Kilmallock, and it gives the line ball, hands the initiative back to Piarsaigh, and line ball is cut short actually, and it's Graham Mulcahy has it.
It's Mulcahy that has the ball and flicks it. A lovely hand pass to Paddy O'Brien, who gives it inside. It's Kevin O'Donnell with the shooting chance, and it's all away from Kevin O'Donnell. There's 1 point between the teams. Sharp hurling there from Kilmallock. Mulcahy won the poor enough sideline cut, it has to be said. Lovely hand pass to Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien, quick as a flash, touched into his hand.
As you said, Graham Mulcahy, Paddy O'Brien. The pick out by Paddy O'Brien was excellent, and Kevin O'Donnell had a straight shot, but again, I would have to say there's no easy shot in a county senior final, and he executed it perfectly. I've got to mention, John, and you've probably seen yourself, and I think Kilmallock are unhappy now with the free that's been given to the Piarsaigh, is that there is a very, very big crowd in the Gaelic grounds today.
There's a fine crowd in the Mackey stand, Matt, as you can see on camera. There's a spattering of crowd of people over on the far side. On a day like this, Matt, you're not going to get a better day for hurling, or better day to go to a game of hurling either, or two games in the case today.
Yeah, but people have come out in numbers today, because we have been here at county semi-finals when the attendance has been paltry, but you would have to say downstairs when we were down between the two games that there's a huge crowd down in the Mackey stand. It's very, very, very thickly populated down there, almost out to both ends. So very, very big crowd, and a good sprinkling of people on the far side as well.
Shane Dowling launches that free over the bar without any issue whatsoever. And as Matt said, a fine crowd. But for those who aren't here, we're keeping you entertained, I hope, on sportinglimerick.com. The second of our two Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals as we get to half-time here in the Gaelic grounds. The Piarsaigh leading Kilmallock 2-8 to 2-6. Matt O'Callaghan, it may not have had the free-flowing hurling that we enjoyed in the first game between Doon and Patrickswell, but fascinating nonetheless.
Fascinating, and you would have to say it's a game that's still very, very delicately poised, very, very, very much on the balance at the moment. The Piarsaigh sluggish, uncharacteristically sluggish in the first quarter of an hour, just one score, but of course in a 7-minute spell they totally rectified it. They went from 5 points down to 3 up. But I think that is, it's typical in the Piarsaigh.
For the second half of our second game here on sportinglimerick.com today, second Senior Hurling Championship semi-final. Earlier on today, Doon booked their place in the decider with a 1 point victory over Patrickswell. In the second game at half-time, the Piarsaigh lead Kilmallock 2-8 to 2-6, 2 point lead. 4 goals in that opening half as the Piarsaigh come back onto the field. There's one change in the Kilmallock side at half-time, and that's the introduction of Robbie Egan for Michael Houlihan. Matt O'Callaghan, I'm joined by Matt O'Callaghan here in the commentary box. Matt O'Callaghan, of course, of the Weekly Observer, Vale Star. Matt, Kilmallock had 9 wides in the first half. If they are to reach this season's final, they have to improve that stat in the second half.
Yeah, that's one big target. First, of course, the first target is win the game, and to win the game, they have to improve in that, because there's no doubt at all about it. They will not win if they maintain that level of being off target. No question at all about it. I'm sure John Bruther will have focused on that at half time, and rightly so. And they have a 2 point deficit to claw back. It's doable. Very, 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 very doable. But it will be interesting to see how the Piarsaigh react at the start of the second half, because they finished the first half strongly. I think we've got the first part of our answer. Alan Dempsey sends over a third long range point.
Superb score by Alan Dempsey, as Matt said there, his third of the afternoon, each of them coming in between the 265 metre lines as Barry Hennessy gets us back underway with a huge puck out straight down onto the semicircle by the 21 metre line. Robbie Egan, of course, who's just onto the field at half time looking to win possession, but it's the Piarsaigh coming away with it. It's Will O'Donoghue who kicks it to Cathal King, but King can't win it. It's Robbie Hanley on the charge for Kilmallock. Hanley gets the shot away. That looks to be good from a Kilmallock point of view, and we're back to 2 points. Bit of sloppy defending from the Piarsaigh there, Matt, but Kilmallock won't care and they're back in it again.
No, they will be happy with the response. because it was an excellent point from Alan Dempsey, which brings his tally to 3 now, which is an all from distance. And you know, there was a danger once you get 3 points, it can quickly become 4, and then very often a goal comes, and you know, a team can go out of sight. But no, Kilmallock are staying in touch, and it was very, very important that they got that response in the shape of a Robbie Handy point.
It's Kilmallock on the attack again here now with Graham Mulcahy trying to win position near the sideline here. Gives it back to Robbie Egan. Egan's unable to take control, put under pressure by Alan Dempsey. Dempsey has won it from the Piarsaigh, and Dempsey launches a high one. It's a huge high ball down there into the sun, but it's Philip O'Loughlin and Kevin Downs going for it. It's O'Loughlin who initially won it, but it's Conor Boylan on the run here. It's Peter Casey inside him. Boylan may look to score himself. He's still going, Boylan. He keeps travelling. He's well hooked. Gavin O'Mahony stayed with him all the way. Well hooked by O'Mahony. Boylan probably would have been better off leaving it off. Either way, Matt, good play from Kilmallock there.
Yeah, actually excellent defending by Gavin O'Mahony, because he actually didn't give him the option. No, Peter Casey made himself available in 2 different positions at 2 different times there. But Conor Boylan, the way he was facing, and Gavin O'Mahony was in such close proximity to him, he was unable to pick him out. Maybe he didn't spot him.
Kilmallock back in the attack now, and it's Graham Mulcahy with it. Mulcahy on the charge, lays it back to his brother Jake. Jake with a shooting opportunity here, and it's a good score from Jake Mulcahy there. 2.5 minutes played the second half. The Piarsaigh lead 2-9 to 2-8, and Matt, Kilmallock will be happy with the start to the second half.
Yeah, they will be happy with the response. 2 shots on goal, 2 points. Big change from the first half.
Indeed it is, as Podge Kennedy launches this one straight down the middle looking for Boylan. Boylan's unable to catch it under pressure from O'Mahony. O'Mahony's gone down holding his head. May have got a stray arm or a finger in the eye or something. I'm not sure what. Can't be sure from this angle. The helmet's off, and he's down injured, so there'll be a break of play for a few moments here. But Matt, as you said, 2 shots from 2 efforts from Kilmallock in this second half. Did 9 wides in the first half, did 5 or 6 wides early on in the first half. You mentioned that John Bruder may have laid down the law when it comes to shooting. It certainly looks, even early in the second half, that their shooting boots are very much have come out from the dressing room with them.
Well, they have, because Robbie Handy's point was not an easy point. It was a difficult enough angle. All right, Jake Mulcahy's was, but it was from distance, and he was under a small bit of pressure. So look, they obviously took the right options, had the right result. Now Gavin O'Mahony is down now, which will be a worry for Kilmallock. I think he's going to be okay. But Gavin O'Mahony has been immense back there again today. I think after the defeat by Doon, they relocated Gavin to centre half back. I think it's his best position all day, because he's in a position to influence the game. He influenced the game hugely against Maru, and he's a big influence back there today.
It's Jake Mulcahy who delivers the ball into the square. It's caught, it's dropped again. Will O'Donoghue, this time the Piarsaigh got to get away with it, but they've lost possession again. But in the end, it's Kieran Kennedy who comes away. It's a poor enough clearance for Kennedy, straight to Jake Mulcahy. Chance now, Robbie Egan. In fact, it's Kevin O'Donnell with this shot on goal. As Kevin O'Donnell has levelled the score here at the Gaelic Grounds, 2-9 to 2-9. So O'Donnell's 3rd point of the afternoon. Superb performance. He hasn't been always a starter with Kilmallock this year. He came back into the starting team against Maru in that game that Matt mentioned. He was impressive last week in that game. He's certainly been impressive today as the Piarsaigh get things underway again. It's Kieran Kennedy with the ball downfield. Adrian Breen, 2 goals and a point in that first half. He's looking for another score here. Instead he flicks it on David Dempsey's direction. We've seen David Dempsey, if he gains possession, is a dangerous man from here. Should put the Piarsaigh back into the lead again, and indeed he does, Matt. We've been talking about it all day in both games. Another response there, and this time is from the Piarsaigh.
Yeah, and David Dempsey's first score of the game. He had a bit of work to do for it, but he just got over on his right side, and his execution was first class.
Puck out now, won brilliantly by Ronan Lynch. Lynch now lays it off to Alan Dempsey. Dempsey then to Boylan. Shane Dowling now with the ball. He looks for Peter Casey. It's not the best pass in the world for Casey. He's still going to make it. Under pressure now from Aaron Costello, but Casey's away. Casey now has Kevin Downs. If he looks backwards, he decides to give it to Downs. Chance for Downs here. Steps onto his left hand side. Brilliantly blocked by Costello. Downs is on it again though, under pressure from Philip O'Loughlin. It's Downs now, flicks the ball across, looking for Adrian Breen. It's half won by O'Mahony, he got a hand to it. It's Kilmallock come away with it with Paddy O'Loughlin. And Kevin O'Donnell now, it's a long range effort from O'Donnell. It looks to be a pretty good one. It's a fantastic score from Kevin O'Donnell that levels the game again. Another fantastic long range, 10 metres inside his own 65 metres line, Matt. And that's a stunning score from Kevin O'Donnell.
Absolutely. They may have left their shooting sticks, some of them in the dressing room in the first half, but they certainly have them all brought out after half time. Now we've Shane Dowling with a chance to restore the lead, which he does with an excellent point. But you will recall last week we spoke about the value of Aaron Costello on the Kilmallock team. In that particular incident, he defended against two players. He defended first against Peter Casey and deprived him of the opportunity. And when Peter Casey put it back to Kevin Downs, he defended against that as well and got it away.
Aaron Costello, as Matt mentioned, one of the unsung heroes in this Kilmallock team, one of the best man-marking cornerbacks in the county. Of that, there's no question. As the pair should come away with Gordon Brown into Casey under pressure from Costello staying with him. That's a poor one from Costello though, it has to be said. Arm over the shoulder. Peter Casey popped it over the bar after that anyway, but Jason Mullins has brought it back for a free. The Piarsaigh into the lead. They've Shane Dowling with that last point of kind of a Kilmallock storm early on, Matt, but the Piarsaigh, just as in the first, have been patient, waiting for their chance to come, and when it comes, they've been very economical with their shooting.
Yeah, and I suppose he gave a yellow card there, and I suppose that's the reason he called it back. Other than that, I presume he would have left the score stand, which but he had some book work to do. But you'd fancy Shane Dowling all day to without wanting to put the commentator's curse may add, you'd fancy him all day to put the Piarsaigh 2 points clear on this one.
Shane hits it so far, that's probably gone all the way into Thomond Park by the looks of it here, but either way, the last 2 points for Shane Dowling. The Piarsaigh lead 2-12 to 2-10 against Kilmallock in this Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final, brought to you live on sportinglimerick.com. It's a great puck out from Barry Hennessy, but another brilliant catch from Ronan Lynch, and he lays it off to Will O'Donoghue, in turn gives possession to Gordon Brown on the run now. Switches play into the right hand corner, looking for Downs with possession now on the run. He can look for Peter Casey. There's a goal chance on Casey in oceans of space. Gets the ball up, he opts to tap it over the bar. The ball didn't come up first time. He's satisfied with the point. There was a late hit on Casey there. Could be a bit of trouble here for Aaron Costello. I'm not sure if it was Costello that did it. The Piarsaigh players seem to be pointing him out anyway, Matt. If it was Costello, he's in a bit of trouble here, having just got a yellow card.
Yeah, I actually didn't see it because the referee obviously saw it. Well, the referee wants to make doubly assured because he's gone back now to check with his umpires. But the manner in which Kevin Downs won the ball down here on our right, John, was absolutely sublime. And the way he looked up and peeked out Peter Casey in such space. Now, it's a slight bit un-Peter Casey-like that a goal didn't follow.
And there's no yellow card. I'm not sure if it was Aaron Costello in the end. It's Philip O'Loughlin, Jason Mullins seemed to be talking to. He went in and consulted with his umpires and has opted not to show any card. Either way, it's the Piarsaigh with a 3 point lead, 2-13 to 2-10, as Barry Hennessy gets ready to puck this one out. A bit of movement here in front of us with Kevin O'Donnell and Cahill King. Hennessy opts to go over their heads and go over the other side, where it's Robbie Egan who's left in space by Ronan Lynch, and it's Egan with possession now over on that far stand. He's run it out over the sideline. Poor enough one from Robbie Egan there. He let himself, rather than stepping inside, which he probably should have done immediately, let himself be pushed over the sideline. And Piarsaigh will restart with a sideline cut, Matt.
Yeah, he had a bit of trouble in getting possession in the first place. He appeared from here, John, and you would have to say we're at the far side of the field from there, that he was very, very close to the line, but it has to count as an unforced error.
Indeed it does, as Kilmallock get possession once more. It's going to be a long one in, given by Paddy O'Loughlin, looking for Oisin O'Reilly. It's O'Loughlin actually with the shot. Podge Kennedy's on the line. It's a fantastic catch, his second of the game. This one he waited on his line rather than the first half. He came out and attacked the ball as the ball down to Kevin Downs now. Well marshalled by Philip O'Loughlin on that occasion, but it's Alan Dempsey that comes away with it. And on to Adrian Breen. Breen now, shooting chance for Breen. Opts to give it into Peter Casey instead. It's Casey that has it. He flicks it back onto his left hand side. Beautiful from Casey, and that is a fantastic score by one of the most lethal forwards in club hurling in Limerick today, Matt. A superb score from Peter Casey, and that puts Piarsaigh into a 4-point lead.
A superb individual score, but it was a great one ball down here by Alan Dempsey, and like the pick out of Peter Casey. It must be worrying for Kilmallock and Kilmallock management here. That's twice in 5 minutes that Peter Casey has got acres of space.
So Oisin O'Reilly on the attack here for Kilmallock. Oisin O'Reilly on the run. Oisin O'Reilly with the shot, and that looks good from here. That's a fine individual score from Oisin O'Reilly. 41.5 minutes played here in the Gaelic grounds. The Piarsaigh leading 2-11 to 2-14 to 2-11, excuse me, against Kilmallock in this cracking second senior hurling championship semi-final here. Doon already awaiting in the final after a 1-point victory over Patrickswell. Still remains to be seen who'll be joining them in that final, as a superb catch from Paddy O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin, low pass here out to Phelim O'Reilly in the Mackey stand side of Gaelic ground. Another brilliant block by Alan Dempsey, and Downs, a brilliant pick up from Downs, flicks it inside. Phelim O'Reilly, and Downs is on the run, chased back by his opposing number 14, gives it back out to Dempsey. Dempsey now in possession for the pitch. This will be a fantastic score, and it's Shane Dowling on the run, chased by Mulcahy. Dowling gives it off to Breen. The hand pass isn't great. Philip O'Loughlin mops up possession for Kilmallock. O'Loughlin clears long and he clears high. 4 different players gone up for it, and it's Kilmallock that will come out with possession with Robbie Egan. Jake Mulcahy now, high one down from Mulcahy. It's not a great ball in. Oisin O'Reilly's up there, but it's Will O'Donoghue who eases to it, and he gives a hand pass out to Podge Kennedy. Kennedy now has Gordon Brown in front of him. He gives it to Brown. Brown with time and space, probably too much time and space, but he eventually lays it off to Mike Casey. Casey now under pressure from Phelim O'Reilly to Dempsey. It's a poor enough hand pass, 50-50 ball, but Dempsey comes away with his Cathal King on his inside in the middle. King dummies, lays it back to the onrushing Dempsey, and Dempsey's away. David Dempsey now on the run here for the Piarsaigh. 2 Kilmallock players chasing him, Paddy O'Brien and Kieran O'Connor. Eventually it's O'Brien that dispossesses him, and Kilmallock should come away, but it's Adrian Breen, flicked away by Philip O'Loughlin. So O'Loughlin has possession now. Easy pass in front of him, and he gives it to Robbie Hanley. Hanley now is only Oisin O'Reilly to aim for, and it's O'Reilly that will win this ball. Under pressure from Mike Casey, it's O'Reilly has it, skips onto his left side, a left-handed shot from Oisin O'Reilly. Has to be said, it was a poor enough one. It was well marked by Mike Casey. Knew he wanted to go in his right. Casey didn't let that happen, Matt. Forced him onto his weaker left, and it's a good bit of defending.
Good defending by Mike Casey, and possibly Oisin had ran out of options there, in fairness, in that Kilmallock players didn't make themselves available in that type of situation. We've a cracking contest that's on a knife edge. It's a game that could go either way still.
Shane Dowling flicks the ball inside to Adrian Breen as Piarsaigh on the attack once more. Breen has it, low pass into Gordon Brown. Brown with a shooting chance to put Piarsaigh back into a 4-point lead. Gordon Brown does that 30 metres out. 44 minutes on the clock now, and Piarsaigh lead Kilmallock 2-15 to 2-11. Fine score there from Piarsaigh.
Yeah, and significantly it brings the midfield duos tally to 4 points from play, which is in successful teams you need your midfielders to be chipping in with a couple of points. Certainly the Piarsaigh haven't found one thing in that stage. Kevin Downs is moving out quite a bit, and he's just working his socks off all day.
I think that's been maybe levelled at Kevin Downs in the past as his work rate, but there's no evidence of a poor work rate in his behalf today. Superb effort from him as Ronan Lynch comes out with a powerful run for Piarsaigh, ships a couple of challenges and lays it off to Kieran Kennedy. Low ball from Kennedy into Conor Boylan. Boylan now takes on Gavin O'Mahony and beats him. Then he gives the ball to Cathal King. Cathal King, low one inside to Adrian Breen. Breen brilliantly caught by him. Aaron Costello on him now at the moment, and it's Breen with the shot. It's a good effort from Adrian Breen, but it's tailed to the left. A good effort from Breen, under pressure from Costello. Kilmallock start things quickly, too quick for Jason Mullins likely, as Barry Hennessy is told to retake this one. Looks at his options, and Hennessy with a fine puck out to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell holds off the attentions of Shane Dowling. O'Donnell back onto his left hand side. He gives it straight down the left hand side again, looking for O'Reilly. That's a poor foul from Jerome Boylan, needless foul in fact. And Kilmallock, who are yet to score from a free. Gavin O'Mahony has a 65 from them. Their 210 of their 211 has come from play. Chance for Paddy O'Brien, who had one shot early enough in the first half, Matt. He had a poor wide with that one effort. Tricky enough angle here, having not had too many shots on goal today.
Yeah, it's a tricky angle, but he once he got going the last day against Maru Boher, he was pretty clinical, and his radar was pretty good. But Kevin O'Donnell set that up again, and you alluded to it particularly earlier on, John. Kevin O'Donnell has made a massive contribution to Kilmallock today. No doubt on that one. Apart from the score, but his use of the ball and the way he's bringing other forwards into play, he's a vital part, a vital cog in the Kilmallock machine.
As Paddy O'Brien gets his first point from a free today, it's back to 3 points now. 46 and a half minutes played. The Piarsaigh leading 2-15 to 2-12. Looking to book a place, both sides looking to book a place in this season's Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals. Aaron Costello on possession for Kilmallock. He lays it back to Paddy O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin's shot or clearance half blocked. Falls to Robbie Hanley though, and Hanley gives it long. Looking for Graham Mulcahy. Mulcahy has a bit of space here if he can get the ball. In fact, it's not. It's Jerome Boylan looking to make up for that needless free he just gave away, and does so brilliantly. Cleared then downfield by Alan Dempsey. Dempsey now trying to find Adrian Breen. Breen's up high, but it's Kilmallock who should come away with the ball. Piarsaigh looking for a free, but there's nothing forthcoming from Jason Mullins. Paddy O'Loughlin again now. Not many options. He's forced to give a short one to his brother Philip, who in turn leaves the ball off. It's blocked. It was Kieran O'Connor's shot or clearance blocked down by Shane Dowling, but Kieran O'Connor, a wild pull by him. There's pulling on the ball, it has to be said. There's no dirty pull there. And it's Kilmallock come away. It's O'Connor who's done brilliantly to win that ball, but it's not the best ball in the world, and it's won by William O'Donoghue, the Piarsaigh captain now. He's Ronan Lynch back inside behind him. Lynch has the ball now. He'll deliver it long. It's a strange one because none of the Kilmallock players saw it coming, and it's Adrian Breen that has it. Breen gives it perfect pass to Peter Casey. He takes on Dan Joy. It's Casey now on the run. Peter Casey's blown for a free up. It's a harsh enough one on Casey. Looked to have been fouled by Dan Joy, Matt.
Harsh, but probably right. Probably right. I don't think you can argue with it that it was slight over carrying. I know Dan Joy may have been leaning in on him, but I don't think he fouled him. I think it was good defending on the part of Dan Joy there.
Barry Hennessy will get us back in play. In fact, he won't. It's going to be Paddy O'Loughlin to take this free for Kilmallock. It's a decent strike from Paddy O'Loughlin. It'll drop around the 14-metre line. Again, it's a chance for goal here. Paddy O'Brien's a fantastic save from Podge Kennedy. The ball broke to Paddy O'Brien. It's gone out over the end line for a 65. Again, for the third or fourth time today, and the Piarsaigh hand went up to try and catch it. They weren't successful. The ball dropped. Paddy O'Brien got a flick to it, did everything he could. But a brilliant reaction save from Podge Kennedy there. Got a flick to it, and that's all that was needed, Matt. And they bundled the ball over for the 65. But nonetheless, a goal chance for Kilmallock.
A goal chance for Kilmallock. And Podge Kennedy just getting a touch, that was all that was needed, because unfortunately, from a Kilmallock point of view, Paddy O'Brien failed to get any decent amount of purchase on it. And as we speak now, it looks as if Alan Dempsey is coming off for Piarsaigh, but you would have to say he has made his contribution with 3 points.
Indeed he has, Matt, and it looked like Alan Dempsey limping off, because it certainly wouldn't be from a performance point of view exiting the field today for him. 3 points from play by him. Superb effort from Alan Dempsey, but he has been carrying an ankle injury all season. And it looks to be, as he limps off, as Gavin O'Mahony, he pops this 65 straight over the bar. From a Kilmallock point of view, 2 points between the sides as we head into the 50th minute. 15 minutes played here, Matt. And basically, from like it's been all the way through this contest, it's all to play for. 2 points in it with 10 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and it's a huge absolute. There's a county final. That's a fantastic catch by Conor Boylan, but unfortunately it has been well defended by Kilmallock, and in particular Gavin O'Mahony.
Gavin O'Mahony getting a hand there from Jake Mulcahy on that occasion as the Piarsaigh tried to win the ball. O'Mahony goes in again, but it's Dempsey trying to come out with it from the Piarsaigh. The ball's on the ground, no one looking to come out with it. Jason Mullins waves play on. It's brilliantly done by Conor Houlihan, the man who's come on for Alan Dempsey. His first touch of the ball, and Conor Houlihan has made an immediate impact here. to restore the Piarsaig's 3-point lead.
Yeah, he will be absolutely delighted. Literally not hot on the field, not 60 seconds on the field, and in his first intervention, and it was a very well taken point.
Indeed it was, as Kilmallock back in attack. Kevin O'Donnell's ball across the Phelim O'Reilly looking to win it off Ronan Lynch, but Lynch does well, and eventually Phelim O'Reilly could have been blown up earlier for a challenge on Ronan Lynch. Eventually the hurley comes round the shoulder, around the neck, and Lynch will slow everything down here again for the Piarsaigh. He'll be the one taking the free. There's another sub about to come on here for Kilmallock, and it's David Wolfe to come on the field for Kilmallock, wearing number 23, and he's replaced Phelim O'Reilly, who's the man who gave away that free. 1 point in the first half for Phelim O'Reilly. Fine performance for him, but his time is up as Ronan Lynch lines up this free for the Piarsaigh. David Wolfe, of course, a very talented young player for Kilmallock, Matt.
Yeah, a very talented young player. Had an absolutely magnificent game here. I think he ended up with 8 points from play in the under-21 final earlier this year. And of course, was a Harty Cup medal winner with Arscoil Reach. Kevin Downs has got an excellent point there while we were talking.
Very well deserved point from Kevin Downs there. The free was broken down by Downs for himself. Put it onto his left side, and on that left hand side he is lethal at times. And the Piarsaigh again now 4 points up, and Kilmallock with Robbie Hanley looking to attack. He's half hooked, and that's gone out the end line. Great bit of work there from Cathal King. In fact, it's not Cathal King. It's a good bit of work from the Piarsaigh defence. In fact, it was Gordon Brown that got the hook in on Robbie Hanley there. And it's a 4 point lead for the Piarsaigh with 52.5 minutes played here at the Gaelic grounds. Of course, the winner will face Doon in this season's 2018 Limerick Senior Hurling Championship final in 2 weeks' time. Doon making the final by virtue of a 1 point victory over Patrickswell earlier on here in the Gaelic grounds. As Conor Boylan has possession here, he's crowded out by Kilmallock and leaves it off to Adrian Breen, but nobody can gain possession of the ball. Kilmallock say he threw it. Referee Jason Mullins says he didn't. He'll throw the ball in to get play back underway. Here, Matt, Kilmallock need to do something and fairly quick to reverse this 4 point lead that the Piarsaigh have.
They do. They possibly we're moving into time is becoming Kilmallock's enemy at this point. 4 points down. We have about 8 minutes left, and whatever Jason Mullins will choose to add on, it's still very, very doable. But with Graham Mulcahy now, something promising for Kilmallock here, maybe.
A brilliant bit of play by Graham Mulcahy. Great stick work to flick the ball along the ground, almost hockey-like in his approach to gaining possession. He's eventually fouled, and it's going to be a free for Paddy O'Brien to take. Paddy now looking to land his second free of this second half, I should say. The Piarsaigh, as we've just said, leading by 4, looking to reduce their lead to 3. It's Paddy O'Brien. It's a perfect strike from Paddy. That's going over the bar. The Piarsaigh now with 54 minutes on the clock, leading 2-17 to 2-14, and Matt, a point that Kilmallock badly needed. Badly needed,
but Kilmallock are staying in touch, and that has been the story of this game, particularly in the second half. The Piarsaigh have gone 3 and they've gone 4, and Kilmallock have clawed it back to 2 points and 3 points. Like it's the game is still in the melting pot, John.
Shane Dowling leaves the ball off to Adrian Breen, but Breen is unable to gain possession again. It's that man Aaron Costello who got the challenge in. Breen eventually gets it back up and leaves it off to Conor Houlihan. Houlihan now 1 point to his name after replacing Alan Dempsey. Houlihan's done brilliantly again. A needless foul from a Kilmallock point of view. This time it was Philip O'Loughlin, and Matt, that will frustrate John Bruder to no end.
It will frustrate him, but what it tells you about the Piarsaigh and the strength and depth that they have. Right, Alan Dempsey made a huge contribution while he was on there. Hit 3 glorious points, seemed to have to succumb to injury, and Conor Houlihan has come on. Is it his debut for this year?
It is his debut for this year. He was a star of their intermediate team earlier on in the season. He's shown he can do it at senior level already here. Shane Dowling lines this free up for the Piarsaigh, looking to restore their 4 point lead. 5 minutes left to play, and whatever else Jason Mullins looks to head on as Dowling hits it high, trademark high as you like, and straight over the black spot again. It's 2-18 to 2-14 points in the Piarsaig's favour here at the Gaelic grounds. Barry Hennessy looking at his options. He decides to go short to get to Aaron Costello. It's back to Hennessy again, and Hennessy launches this one long, looking for Paddy O'Brien, down on top of Paddy O'Brien anyway. under pressure here, but it's Ronan Lynch looking to win it for the Piarsaigh, and they come away with it, and it's Lynch that has it. Lynch on his outside has Conor Hoolan. We've just mentioned Conor Hoolan, I don't know how many times in the last couple of minutes, but he's certainly made an impact in this game since his introduction. This pass, however, goes astray. It's gone out over the sideline. It's going to be a Kilmallock sideline cut that Kieran O'Connor's readying to take. It's O'Connor now. Poor enough cut from O'Connor. Kevin O'Donnell unable to keep it in play. Wasn't a good sideline cut by O'Connor, and Piarsaigh now will slow everything down as the Kilmallock make another substitution. It's the third O'Loughlin brother is on. It's Mark O'Loughlin who is coming onto the field for Kilmallock, and it's Kieran O'Connor that's making his way off the field as the Piarsaigh with Shane Dowling getting ready to take this sideline cut. We have 56 and a half minutes played here at the Gaelic grounds. The Piarsaigh continuing to lead this game by 4 points, 218 to 214 as Dowling smacks it low. The Piarsaigh now looking to gain possession of it. It's fumbling around, and it's Philip O'Loughlin who attempts to win it for Kilmallock, but it's Conor Hoolan kicking it along for the Piarsaigh. It's Hoolan who has it in his hand now. That definitely has made a brilliant hand pass by Hoolan behind him. It was pulled on by Paddy O'Loughlin as Conor Boylan put his hand up. It's another sideline cut from the Piarsaigh, and that all the Piarsaigh are going to do now is slow everything down, showing their experience. Shane Dowling has the ball in his hand. Another 30 seconds probably before he takes it.
Yeah, they're slowing it down, and whilst we have this, what was a very poor passage of play there for the last maybe 2 minutes or so.
Kevin O'Donnell on the ball. O'Donnell low pass looking for Russian O'Reilly. He'll be marked by Jerome Boylan. O'Reilly has in his hand. Good defending from Boylan, but he's on the run now as Russian O'Reilly, and his pace to burn as O'Reilly. He goes away from Ronan to O'Reilly. Ball across the middle. It's there for Kilmallock by Casey on Limerick. Graham Mulcahy has it back to Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien has the shot. It's blocked. It's out for a 65, but a sniff of a goal chance for Kilmallock there, Matt. A goal is what they need right now.
Yeah, because when Graham Mulcahy made the run through the middle there, his target was Oisin O'Reilly, and it was a very, very important intervention by Cathal King, and I agree with you about Cathal King totally. Cathal King has been rock solid, but always is rock solid, and actually gets through an awful lot of work and is one of the unsung heroes in the Piarsaigh team, in my view, because in terms of consistency and solidity. Now Gavin O'Mahony, I think, has easily pointed the 65, so we're back to a 3-point game on again with what? We're into the last minute. We're going to have an exciting few minutes, however long Jason Mullins decides to add on at this point.
Indeed, it's at the discretion now of referee Jason Mullins as Podge Kennedy gets us back underway after Gavin O'Mahony's 65. It's going to be another 3 minutes as Peter Casey has the ball down over on the far side for the Piarsaigh, putting them under fierce pressure, and it's Kilmallock that have come away with it. They have a sideline cut, and it's taken quickly here. It's Paddy O'Loughlin has it. O'Loughlin, a long one. It's a long aimless one down. There's two in the Piarsaigh players as Will O'Donoghue gets up. That's a fantastic catch from O'Donoghue. Just when he's needed, he finds Dowling with a beautiful low pass. Dowling with all the time in the world on his right hand side, and that's a score. That's a score that could do it for the Piarsaigh. Brilliantly won by O'Donoghue. It was a poor enough clearance. It still had to be caught under pressure. Then a brilliant delivery to Dowling. Dowling then a fantastic shot off his weaker side over the bars. Kilmallock come back, and it's Oisin O'Reilly with a great catch. They need a goal here. Kilmallock, it's an O'Reilly. He beats up Jerome Boylan. He'll have to shoot. It's a great block. It's a superb block down. It's going to be a wide ball. And again, Matt, the man who comes away with the block, the Piarsaigh captain, William O'Donoghue, encapsulating in the last 60 seconds exactly what he brings to this Piarsaigh team, and indeed from a substitute role with Limerick in their All-Ireland run this year.
Yeah, tremendous. He has finished the game tremendous, but he has been consistent. He has been consistent right through, and you must remember it's a new position for him at this level this year, and I suppose there was a certain leap of faith in putting what was a midfielder into that position. But how he's growing into it. A desperate unforced error by Kilmallock at a critical stage of the game. Although you would have to say that Shane Dowling's last point may be the point that will point the Piarsaigh into the county final.
It's looking that way now as we've played 1.5 minutes of injury time. There's going to be 3 minutes added time in this game, as Ronan Lynch will certainly be in no hurry to take this sideline cut down in front of us here in the Mackey stand. It's Lynch. We'll be very careful, Matt, I think it's fair to say, in placing this one. There's a few options available, and Kevin Downs makes a short run, but it's Lynch who delivers. It's a beautiful cut from Lynch. It's blocked down there by Dan Joy, and Kilmallock look to come away with it. It's Mark O'Loughlin who gives it to Barry Hennessy. Kilmallock now in desperate need of a goal. Barry Hennessy gives it out to Jake Mulcahy under pressure from Gordon Brown. Mulcahy turning. It's good, very, very good hassling by Gordon Brown, it has to be said, but Mulcahy eventually gets his clearance away. It's a hurried one, it's a forced one. It's down towards Paddy O'Brien. It's a great catch from Paddy O'Brien. He flicks it back inside. It's a further away from goal, but it's the danger man Graham Mulcahy that has it. Mulcahy now under pressure from Mike Casey. Brilliant defending from Casey as Mulcahy now plays the ball across into square. There's a free man. Shots there, blocked again. Again it's O'Donoghue with the block. Brilliant block from Will O'Donoghue. He's after hurting himself. He got it across the arm, I think. Looking at here as Kilmallock come again. But a fantastic, brilliant bit of work by Kevin Downs. And Matt, you have to say, we've talked about it on several occasions, nothing wrong with Kilmallock's work rate today, but Piarsaigh have taken their levels to new heights today.
Yeah, they have. In the current season, this has undoubtedly has been their best performance. We saw them the last day against Patrick's. Well, what are we here? We have
a free in here for Kilmallock, a foul by Mike Casey on Graham Mulcahy. It's going to be a 21 metre free, so it's going to be probably 30 metres out. But a chance for Kilmallock. Gavin O'Mahony's gone up to take it. We've played 30 seconds over time. There's 4 points in it. He'll have to go for it. There's no question. Then hope there's more time to be added on. I'm not sure if it is. Either way, it's Mulcahy lining it up. It's a low one. It's saved. It's blocked on the line. The Piarsaigh come away with O'Connor Hoolan. That is full time here in the Gaelic grounds. And the Piarsaigh are in the county senior hurling final once more. After a 2-19 to 2-15 victory over Kilmallock, two of the biggest rivals in the Limerick Senior Hurling Championship over the last number of years. Again, Matt, it's Piarsaigh that have come out on top.
Yeah, and I suppose on the balance of play, you would have to say they deserve to come out on top. They won by 4 points. And how Kilmallock at this point will rule the chances that went begging in the first half. Now, they were much more clinical, and their conversion rate was considerably a whole lot better in the second half. But certainly there was a number of chances in the first half. Had they taken them, they would have been much closer. The Piarsaigh go on to the final. You flagged it there right at the end, John. They're certainly, I've seen them a number of times during the year, and I did express doubt during the week that I thought Piarsaigh really so far this year hadn't got out of third gear. They've got out of it today, and you know, it's a warning to Doon, and I suppose it's a warning to everybody. I still don't believe that they've hit top gear yet. That there is much more in them, but you can see the way they responded when the challenge was put up to them, because they literally ambled through the group stages, and no question at all, Kilmallock put up a robust and strong challenge there today, and Kilmallock are a good side, no doubt about that. And but Kilmallock will be very, very disappointed. They will go away. They'll look back on the video of this. They will see that winter begging, particularly in the first half. They'll see they went into the changing room at half time 2 points behind when they could very easily have been 2 points ahead, and it may not have changed the result, but on the balance of play, you'd have to say that Piarsaigh deserve to be back in the county final. And it promises to be a fascinating county final, without wanting to preview too early. These Piarsaigh and Doon met in the semi-final last year, and you will recall that Piarsaigh got a tremendous start, only for Doon to fight back and give them one hell of a fright before Piarsaigh booked the place.
And of course, man, as well, there are two teams, and as you said, wary of giving a preview too early here, that have been challenging each other at minor level nearly 10 years now. They've been the dominant teams at underage levels, so there are two teams that will know each other very well. will know their weaknesses, will know their strengths. It does lead to a fascinating final.
It does lead to a fascinating final, and we go back again, and at the risk of being repetitive, Doon won 3 Premier Minor Hurling Championships in 4 years. That takes some doing, and that gives you a pool of talent. It was 2012 to 2015. Did they contest 4 county under 21 finals in a row against the Piarsaigh and lost all 4? They will be hurt there. There will be a mission. There will be atonement in the minds of Doon. Doon lost the under 21 final this year to Kilmallock. So there's a huge reservoir of talent in Doon. Beating Kilmallock in the last game of the group stages was a big step for Doon. Today was a bigger step, even a bigger step than that, because really it was put up to them. Their mental strength was tested today. It was tested to the very last, particularly when Patrick Swell came back with a lot of momentum with him and levelled in injury time. Like at that stage, you'd say to yourself, Doon's frailties of the past are coming back to haunt him again, or resurfacing. They didn't. They sought out an excellent point by Dinny Maloney, who, by the way, was just capping a fine individual performance for Doon. And it's for guys like him that the county final is going to be a special day, and getting to play in a county final is fantastic for guys like that. That's the romance of hurling, and that's the romance of championship hurling. But look, it's for another day. But look, we have a fantastic. I think we have a fantastic final to look forward to. Teams that will know it, like Kilmallock and the Piarsaigh, teams that will know each other so well, right up along. Playing colleagues. We'll have 10 of our All-Ireland 36 on show, 6 with the Piarsaigh, 4 with Doon. It will be very interesting. The matchups on the day will be very exciting. You'll have Peter Casey inside around the full forward line, Richie English in the full back line, and
Pat Ryan and Mike Casey in the opposite end.
Pat Ryan and Mike Casey, and it's going to be. It'll be fascinating, but Doon have a certain amount of hurt to get out of their system. They have been on the wrong end of games and on the wrong side of the scoreline with the Piarsaigh so often now that they've taken 2 giant steps, and as I already said, made a statement against Kilmallock. I think made a big statement today, and they certainly will really give it one right hell of a go this day 2 weeks. But looking back at the Piarsaigh and looking back at today, the Piarsaigh, and I suspect Paul Beery and his backroom team will be very happy that they are coming near showing their full potential and playing the way that they would want them to be playing, just at the right time, heading into the concluding stages of the championship here in Limerick. They're over 1 hurdle now. They would have probably saying to themselves at the back of their minds without saying it, look, they're Munster champions. We've 4 big games before today. It's now down to 3, and we're back in an All-Ireland series, and we can undo the disappointment of last year. But they would talk to Paul Beery or any of them down there now, they will protest all day that we're not looking beyond the next game, or that they didn't look, and perhaps that might be the case, but looking at it overall, they will probably be saying to themselves for the last week or 10 days, like, 4 games, focus on now. We can pick up a 5th Limerick and a 5th Munster Hurling Championship title. Won't be bad going into Christmas, going in after 6 of their players picking up All-Ireland medals already this year. But of course, Doon would have a say about that, and a big say.
Indeed they will. That's the thoughts of Matt O'Callaghan here of the Weekly Observer Vale Star after 2 cracking Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals from the Gaelic grounds, brought to you on sportinglimerick.com. We'll be back next week when we'll be live streaming the Intermediate Football Championship clash between Galbally intermediate final, I should say, between Galbally and Rathkeale, and of course the senior football final from Newcastle West. Both games on Newcastle West. Of course, Adair and Ballylanders. Join us then next week. Till then.